YouTube land, what's up? It's your girl Makara from Cougar's Closet. How y'all doing out there today? So listen, y'all. My conversation today is called Vulnerability. There are thieves in the temple. So what inspired me to have this session tonight, y'all, was that okay, so me and Uncle Tommy was on the phone late last night, right? Till like about 4 or 5 in the morning or something. No, I take that back. Not this time. I think it was like 1:30 or 2. He finally fell asleep on me for the first time. Normally, I fall asleep on him. So we were talking, and I told y'all, me and Uncle Tommy, we talk on a spiritual plane. Our conversation is spiritual coded. And so we were talking. And of course, y'all know I talk to Uncle Tommy about my love life. Y'all know this. I tell y'all this all the time. So it's like 12 or 11, and I'm up pacing the floor on the phone, and I'm talking to him, and I'm describing to him about what I don't want anymore in my life. So I forget what I say, but whatever I say, he transmits it back to what I mean, because we're transmitters. That's one of the dope benefits that come with being on a spiritual level. So I said something, and he transmitted it back. And he said, I get it. But it was about what I don't want anymore with men. And so he responds back. He transmits what I says to him. And he says it back like, oh, I get it. So you don't want to be vulnerable anymore. Wow. Talk about hitting the nail on the head. I'm telling y'all, Uncle Tommy is not a joke. He made me realize the word I had been searching for that had been happening to me every time I got with someone. Vulnerable. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I am. I am vulnerable. And so I told him, yeah, Uncle Tommy, like, every time I get with someone, they notice my vulnerability and they take advantage of that. Like, why can't my vulnerability be untouched? But that's what they go for. And so I said, yeah, Uncle Tommy, I said, that's what it is. I'm the temple. And, I have my pearls and I have my safes and I have this and that, I have my doors that you step into the closet and it turns around and you're in another room. Like, I have that type of vulnerability with people where the stuff that I own is priceless. But it's crazy because every time I opened up my temple that was never locked to anyone, they always came. And when I knew anything, I was on the ground looking up and everybody was dressed in all black. And everybody had crowbars in their hands and had on gangster hoods and taking my safes out. On both ends, they carried my safe out to the U-Haul that they got parked. They taking my pearls out the door. And I got 3 or 4 standing up over me, daring me to get up. It's been that type of stuff going on with my love life. It's been a robbery. To the point where I have had to close my temple down now. Because I had to come to the realization of people don't care. See, this is where I have been confused about people. I don't care who it was, anybody I came in contact with. I always had that habit of seeing the good in people first. Even if I was told or warned about somebody, I always wanted to stick my hand out there to see if you would bite it. And I got bit every time. So it's like, of course I've lost my train of thought. But it's like, you can't trust everybody. And so it's like, with me, you expect everybody to have a heart like you do. And that's how you look at people, to have a heart like yours. But the truth is, people don't want a heart like yours, or they don't have a heart like yours, and they wouldn't know what to do with a heart like yours. And so they just come in and they start trashing things, and they don't see the life you live from a sentimental standpoint, from a vulnerable standpoint. They don't see these things, or they see them, but they don't give a F about them. See, if I was that type of person, everybody doesn't have the heart I do. If I ran up on a guy and I noticed his vulnerability, I wouldn't want to mess with that unless I had tensions on maintenance in that. To rob somebody for their innocence and their purities, and all they try to do is share in love with you, and you look up everything going out the door. And I mean this from all type of standpoints, even a family standpoint. Look up your family hauling your shit out, or taking what they taking from you. Nothing on the money level. On the other level, on a confidence level, on a jealousy level, of things that don't even belong to them. Hell, they don't even belong to you. You just learning how to work them. People want to rob people of their gifts now. It's not even about the cars anymore. It's not even about the bank accounts anymore. It's about gifts. Things that don't belong to them. Things that they can't have. So, I'm at a point now where I'm dealing with matters of the head because of this. And y'all know I'm going through my spiritual journey. And I told y'all, it never stops. I just get tired, or I just take a break, but it never stops. And then I get back on the horse and galley up going down. It never stops. So I've dealt with it. I haven't fully dealt with healing all the matters of the heart. I'm dealing with healing the matters of the body as we speak. And now I'm moving up to dealing with matters of the head. A lot of people don't address the problems in their head, because that's where all the craziness takes place. But so now I'm to a point where I know that I battle diseases of the brain that was self-inflicted, or majority of that was just handed on me for no reason. And this is the side effects of this. Having your heart toyed with for no reason. Having your mind toyed with for no reason. This stuff brings on an illness. And so I'm plagued by this. I'm tortured by this every night and every day. And so in the middle of my healing, in the middle of my shadow working, I have to heal my head. I have to accept that I have disease of the head, problems of the head, because a lot of people have brought this to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep on toying around with myself if I intend to let myself go and be fully free. I have to deal with what's been plaguing me. And so we're out of the heart department. We got a few workers down there, but we're starting to go to the head now, because people, when they sick, they do sickening things to you, and you carry around these sickening things that people do to you. Like it was your fault. But they needed somewhere to put that at. Holding all this stuff of what other people have done to you, that stuff kind of makes you crazy. So, I am going into my head now, and I am dealing with these things that have happened to me, because this is the final step of my journey, but my journey doesn't end, because there's other fish I gotta fry. But this is the main fish, my head, because my head has been messed with and it's been toyed with so bad. And if I intend to keep living, I'm not gonna keep living in torture. I just have to do the homework, incorporate the head in the homework. It's ill, it's sick, because a lot of people of ill and sick nature have dropped things off with you and never came back and got them. I can't keep holding everybody else's luggage. It makes me sick in the head. I have to let this stuff out. It plagues me. Just being victimized all the time, and all you showed up to do was love somebody. That stuff can mess with your head. Oh well. So y'all, I was just having a moment. I just wanted to talk about that, because Uncle Tommy had brought that to my attention, that I didn't want to be vulnerable anymore. And I wish I could be. I'm vulnerable here with myself. I'm vulnerable here with y'all. This is the only place you can get this, because somebody coming through the door can't get this no more. They done took everything. Went there, took my marble table with the pearl trimming, real pearls on it. They done took my porcelain pieces. They didn't rob me for no reason. Some people just want to attach their name to yours. They'll drop a baby off of you just to attach their name to yours, but trying to make it look like your name attached to them. It's all kind of games out here, kind of head games out here to make you crazy. That's why I had to come out the streets, because hell, I was already crazy before I got in them. But then being amongst robbers and thieves and manipulators and heart thieves and crooks and heart robbers and this and that, I came up out the street because it was too much pressure. I couldn't deal. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't stomach what was going on in the love department. I was playing the role, but I couldn't stomach that. But not only in the clubs. I mean, you can't even go into churches and get a nice man. He just came out from the night before. Now, he had some last night. He can drop that off. Now he at church trying to find the church lady to take advantage of her. Who's real out here anymore? I guess that's what I'm wondering. Who's real out here anymore? So I don't want to be open, because when you open yourself up, and I've been extremely open, it opens up the door for heart robbers, heart thieves, heart crooks to come through there, heart jackers. It opens up the door for this type of nonsense for a person that never believed or even had any knowledge about that type of nonsense. That type of stuff do something to you. So I'm dealing with these issues in my head. I'm moving things around, but I haven't found a way to push them out yet. It's crazy how all you wanted was a husband and 10 and 12 kids, and a picket fence, and be able to take care of your kids and be on a high level. But when reality kicks in, that's not what happens. People have egos that come with you. People are worried about what other people say about your past. And hell, they know in their heart of hearts they've done some things. If people knew about them, they wouldn't be with them. But they got an image to uphold in these streets. See, the person I get with, it's not so much because I've been such a bad, dirty ex-hoe. The person that I get with is going to have to be legendary. He's going to have to be damn near like a god of his own temple. Not the God, but of his own temple. Because people worry about things that they shouldn't worry about. And especially when they know deep in their heart of hearts they've done something that just hasn't reached to the light. Or maybe it's in their town, but it just ain't in your town. But since they run up on somebody here that's condemned, now they condemning with the condemners. But they really started the condemnation. I look at things, and it's just like, I don't want to keep on twirling, going down, cycloning and round and round. I don't want to keep playing these games with myself. And so it's like, I'm working on the head. So we've diagnosed this maybe disease of the brain. But this isn't the type of stuff that you could go to the white coat doctor about. He can't diagnose this. You'd be crazy. You'd be in a nut house. He wouldn't even know where to begin with this type of stuff. It scared him so bad, she's crazy. This ain't the type, when you're healing your head, this ain't the type of thing a white coat doctor can deal with. This is something you have to deal with. So that's where I'm at, y'all. I'm healing my head. And there's a lot of things in here. A lot of things other people have done to me. A lot of things I have done to myself. A lot of self-inflicting things that I've done to myself. And I didn't even need no posse, and I wasn't looking for one. I did it to me. Just dealing with all kind of sicknesses. The way I haven't been the best parent. Or even if I thought it was, maybe it wasn't good enough. Just dealing with all kind of sicknesses in my head. How do you get them out? Because you forgive, but you don't want people in your space. Some people you literally have to love from a distance to keep you in check. You know how far you could go with people because they've showed you, they've cut you time and time again, the same person. comes to the point you have to ask yourself, do I want to be accepted that bad that I'm taking this type of nonsense and somebody's showing me they don't want me around? Every time we get to elevating, they know I got an edge on them, and pow, here comes the cut. But a born edge, an edge that I was born with it. Things that ain't even my problem. Why I got to be quick to back down? I'm sick of that type of shit. The streets is just cutthroat. They always have been. And people, can throw their thought process on you if you allow it to penetrate. If you know what I mean. People can wish harm on you. People can wish voodoo on you if you allow it to penetrate. I've had a lot of that for no reason. So I got a lot of sickness going on in my head. That was dropped off. It was bad enough I was dealing with my own sicknesses. Still ain't even found a way out for all of them. I've got a lot of them out. There's some sicknesses still hanging on. But people make it hard. Your own people make it hard for you. The person you're supposed to be loving make it hard for you. Already bad people on the street making it hard for you. See, men think they got problems out in the world. They do. But women have a different type of problem too. They just ain't telling it. I don't know, y'all. This is just where I am in my life. And these are times that I normally shy away from the camera when I'm dealing with this type of stuff. But not to the point where this stuff needs to be recorded. Because, this is the type of stuff I deal with, y'all. And then when I come out in public, people see me, hi, how you doing? This shit. And like I said before, maybe y'all I need to let this out. I ain't really even been the best person to myself, let alone looking for how somebody else gonna be to me. I ain't even been the best person to myself. That's where I'm at with this shit. It got so bad in the world, short and lack of respect, short and lack of love. It's short and lack of high spirit, short and lack of high knowing. It's got so bad in these streets that the people that once inspired you, they ain't even inspired no more. It's got horrible. You ain't even hardly got nothing up, nobody to look to now for some inspiration. It's got that bad. To where you have no other choice but to turn into yourself and get some. You create the person you want to see out in the streets. See, I'm starting to believe that. You be the person you want to see in the mirror. I used to read that slogan all the time. I liked it, but it always went over my head. But now I'm starting to understand, Jack. You be the person you want to see in the mirror. Because there ain't nothing out here. Everybody wearing masks. Everybody perpetrating. Everybody faking the funk. I was finna say funkin' the fake. Everybody faking the funk. You don't know who nobody is. That's why I don't come outside, because I'm too vulnerable not to know. And see, I'm so vulnerable. Listen, I step out my China kid and just get splattered on the concrete like the concrete didn't give a damn. And on my fine porcelain pieces, they just shatter. My fine china pieces, they just shatter on the ground. You can't even pick them up to get them back together. I have that type of heart. The world is too much for me, and I already know this. I'm paranoid, I'm frantic, I'm scared. Not even of guns and lions and tigers and bears. I'll fight the hell out of them. I'll bite a gun into. You say you doing well with that now? But when it comes to things like my vulnerability, my peace of mind, my understanding, my knowing, I can't let you get in that temple. Y'all already took the other stuff. I took a loss with it. Fine. But as long as I'm able to still live, I produce something in a different manner. Y'all can have that. Fine. I'm still here. But you ain't coming up here to get this stuff. Listen, I begged you to stay back. You don't know what's behind these doors. I begged you to go on where you're going now. You come stepping up in these levels. My confidence. My pride. I'm ready to let the cannons loose. I got a lot of stuff going on back here. Oh, I got a lot of stuff going on. Listen, you ain't even got what it takes to even be standing here. You talking a whole nother different force. So, I've been kind of shying away from the camera because these are the things that I deal with when I'm not around the camera, letting my crazy out. I have to let my crazy out, come home, and be insane to go back into the real world to be sane. All my problems unload here. Everybody has to have a vent outlet. Everybody. From playing the husband to playing the wife, from playing the dog. Even the dog will go outside. He normally take his regular, pee or poop when he's in rotation of being in the family, whatever dynamics. But when he needs to be, he'll run away for 2 or 3 days and go out here and get in the heat. Go out here and get bit up by other dogs. Listen, everybody need a vent outlet. So this is basically where I am with myself. I'm just healing matters of my head because listen, there's been some sickening things that took place in my head. But so this concludes. Listen, let me ask y'all this too. When y'all watch my videos, can y'all start giving me more likes? Because I was watching my homegirl Blue Rose Tarot, and she was saying the more likes you get, then it pushes the video out farther. So I guess I'll ask, if you feel like I'm doing something for you, or if you feel like my videos are doing something for you, or if you feel like a sense of renewal is coming over you, if you feel like you're getting if you're getting a sense of power or another new self-renewed type of intellect or a new thought about yourself, another new way of thinking, if you start to see a new perception coming on, if I do anything for you, please hit the like button. Mwah. Cougar's Closet.